Good morning and welcome to the Splash Live. Dave Scott here in our Civic Center studios. Delighted to be with you on this chilly Friday morning in the greater West Bloomfield area. Thank you for watching 90 minutes of live local television. We kick it off with the Splash Live with yours truly. Tyler Keefe will be in at 10 o'clock with the MegaCast. He's got some great, very interesting interviews. It's all local programming to kick off your day that you can watch right here on the Center TV. You can find us at Comcast Channel 15 and AT&T Channel 99. You have to go into a little menu system on AT&T because all the community channels from all over Metro Detroit are there. Every once in a while, kind of fun to see what's going on in Birmingham or downriver over in Ann Arbor or Detroit. It's all right there. You can also watch us on CivicCenterTV.com. It's a great place to go. Everything in high definition, all of our streaming and all of our archive videos there as well. You might want to check that out. And we are on social media this morning on Civic Center TV, and that, of course, is on Facebook and on YouTube. So feel free to check that out. And good morning to those of you driving around the greater West Bloomfield area, listening to what I like to call the Big 89, 89.3 Lakes FM, our local radio station where we are now simulcasting all of our Civic Center TV programming right there for you each and every day. I got only one thing to say on this Friday. It is really cold here in West Bloomfield. Right now, only 7 degrees in the area, and it's not going to warm up much, as you can see. For those of you watching on TV, we'll get up to 13 degrees, down to 3 tonight. And then tomorrow, 33, a little warmer, and on Sunday, 41 degrees. So we're going to warm up. We're going to get out of this really cold pattern, but it is chilly in the greater West Bloomfield area. I thought I would kick off today with a little video that I shot myself. So I am a pilot, and there I am flying right toward the lakes area of West Bloomfield. This is just a couple of days ago. You can see the snow on the ground, and you can see that some of the lakes, this was Wednesday, are still not totally frozen over, but with the really cold weather that we have, they are definitely working in that direction. You can see that I'm coming right up to the Lower Straits Lake. It's easy when you're in the air there to see Orchard Lake, because Apple Island just really screams out at you. Getting ready to fly over Bob Seeger's house there. And Cass Lake over on the left, Orchard Lake up ahead. It's always beautiful. I wish I could take each and every one of you for a plane ride over our area. I'll keep snapping some more pictures on my phone, but you know, it's a handful to drive the plane and take the video at the same time. It is safer than doing the same thing in a car, but I thought you might enjoy that video this morning. So we've been awful busy here in the community, and one of the things that is really taking shape is this year's Michigan Week event. It's going to be in May, but now is the time to get involved because it's a nomination time now for the 51st Annual Greater West Bloomfield Michigan Week Community Awards. And if you're not familiar with Michigan Week, like I just said, it's been going on for 50 years. This will be the 51st. We broadcast it live every year. This year we're going to be at Temple Israel. Big facility, should be really great. 250 or so people will be on site with us. And what this event is all about is we honor and recognize volunteers. So you likely know people in the community that are just doing some amazing things, okay? It's nice to not always recognize the same people every year. And we've done a good job. And I should say the awards committee has done a really good job putting together these awards and then also seeking out new nominees and new people to recognize in West Bloomfield. But we need your help. So I invite you to go to michiganweek.org today. Take a look. First of all, you can register for the event, but take a look at the nominations. It's the most important thing to do right now. And get in there and consider nominating somebody you know. Now, they don't have to plan the biggest event. It might just be somebody in your neighborhood shoveling your neighbor's sidewalk in the middle of the winter. There's a variety of different opportunities and categories in there, and we're going to do our very best to recognize those that are deserving this May. But it's all there on the website. You can go in, you can see all the different award categories and the criteria, and then there's an FAQ in there, and then bottom line, you can see that you can click those buttons and then engage in a nomination. So we hope you do that. That is all at michiganweek.org. Check out the website. A lot of other information in there for you. Big announcement here this morning. We are back live in person. Civic Center TV is delighted to bring back the State of the Communities. Mark your calendar for March 13th, and we will be at 7 o'clock at the West Bloomfield Middle School. So what is the State of the Communities? It's an event where we bring the top elected officials from the 4 communities that we represent here at Civic Center TV: West Bloomfield, Keego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, and Orchard Lake. Our top elected officials from each community will be there, and we're going to take an hour to have a conversation with them, very much like the State of the Union address that'll be happening in Washington, D.C. Go back and highlight the accomplishments of our communities over the past year, and then take a look forward at what's going to be coming up. I'll be moderating the program this year, and we'll be chatting again with Rob Kalman, Norm Finkelstein, Jim Copper, and Steve Kaplan, the top elected officials. There you go. You got smart from last year. Awesome. The top elected officials from our various communities. We're also very excited this year to also be inviting Dr. Danya Bazzi, our relatively new superintendent at West Bloomfield Schools. She'll be there. We'll talk about some of the things going on in the schools. And there's an awful lot. We got a new middle school, certainly, you know, the whole Roosevelt moving over to a new elementary school, and some other opportunities for growth with our infrastructure and buildings. So I'm sure she'll want to talk about that and our amazing success here in the West Bloomfield School District. Mark your calendar, March 13th, 7 o'clock at West Bloomfield Middle School. We will have more details for you. Of course, we're going to be talking to all the people that will be participating and a whole lot more, but mark that on your calendar. Another good thing to mark on your calendar coming up is the 2023 Black Expo. It's going to be happening Saturday, February 25th from 10 to 1, and this is going on inside our wonderful Orchard Mall. We look forward to having you there. A lot of people have already signed up to display. There'll be all kinds of booths of all kinds of interest to you and our entire community. It's a great thing to do during Black History Month. It's the 2023 Black Expo going on at the Orchard Mall, and we look forward to you being there. Of course, Orchard Mall at Orchard and Maple Road right here in the heart of West Bloomfield. Our good friends at West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation have a couple of really exciting programs. We've mentioned them a couple of times on their show, but always worthwhile to take an extra moment to mention Snowshoe with Your Sweetie. This is a Valentine's Day event going on Sunday, February 12th from 3 to 4:30 p.m. And you can take a guided snowshoe hike through snow-covered forest with your Valentine. And the way it's looking right now, we're going to have that snow. You'll be able to listen to the crunch of snow and maybe even hear the owls and other wildlife as you experience a great day out in the woods. No snow, no problem. We'll just forego the snowshoes and we'll get together anyway. It's getting down to the wire. Make sure you register. This thing will be a great event. A lot of people sign up for this. It is going to be a lot of fun. Snowshoe with Your Sweetie, put together by the West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation. And here's another thing that they're doing that I think is just a great idea, an opportunity to go see the DSO and the Detroit Symphony Orchestra, of course, and head down to one of their great programs. And you don't have to drive. You get a really great seat. You go with a lot of other fun people from the community. It's the DSO, Frank, and the Great Ladies of Song. And that's going to be happening coming up right around the corner, February 10th from 9:15 until 1:45. You're going to depart right from the Recreation Activity Center in West Bloomfield. This is designed for people that are over 50. A lot of folks that are retired and have time in their schedule and who just love Frank are all invited, but I can't imagine they're going to turn anybody away. And all the great Frank Sinatra classics and the other songs of that era performed by the DSO. You've got great seats. They got seats right up in front, all-inclusive package. More information is available from the West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation Department. Quick nod to our technical team. They've done an amazing job connecting my studio and Tyler Keefe's studio together. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in a minute, and I think we're going to get a chance to have a quick conversation with Tyler. So don't go away. Good morning. You are watching The Splash Live.
We'll be right right back with The Splash Live. Watch Civic Center TV with our brand new live captions. To turn on live captions, go to civiccentertv.com and click Watch Live. In your web browser, click on the Options tab in the top right and find the Accessibilities tab. Then just switch on live captions to heighten your enjoyment of our local programming. Thank you so much for watching Civic Center TV.
I'm Steve Eiserman of the Detroit Red Wings, and I think every child in Michigan deserves a safe, healthy, and happy childhood. Can we build a state where Children Trust Michigan isn't just a name, but something our kids believe? Please support Children Trust Michigan as the voice for children and families by visiting the website to learn more.
And now, back to The Splash, live.
Go back to The Splash. Dave Scott here on Civic Center TV. Hey, look who's here. My colleague, my friend, my buddy, my anchor colleague, Tyler Keefe. Good morning, Tyler. Thank you for joining us here on The Splash Live.
Yeah, good morning, Dave. Glad to be with you.
So what our audience doesn't know is this is a breakthrough technologically for us that we're doing this. I mean, it just looks like a simple two-shot, which we do every day. They probably don't know the resolution of the video is about 100 times better than it's ever been. But we have established a direct link between our two studios, so we can do this whenever we want, which means I'll be irritating you in the middle of a lot more edits at 9 o'clock, 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah, but hey, that's the advances we've made. Now we can talk from between our two studios. It used to be, that you'd have to do your show in your studio. I do mine in my studio, and if we interacted, it'd have to be over Zoom. And so, technically speaking, as we say, that's a little bit lower quality than this. But now it's booming back and forth between our two studios.
It is amazing, and I want to take 30 more seconds of it, and we'll move on to the real subject matter today, which is amazing high school students at West Bloomfield High School. But this technology that Tyler and I are using is also going to make it amazingly productive for us to cover the meetings in Kegel Harbor and Sylvan Lake, and also report live from all over the community in West Bloomfield. We have some new video switching equipment and transmission equipment that lets us produce live television from virtually anywhere in very high quality. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and we're playing technologically. But to the story, signing day yesterday at West Bloomfield High School. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, I had 12 athletes that signed at this signing day. It's the largest one they've had so far at the high school between 2022 and 2023. Football players signing, several of them going to your alma mater, Dave, at Grand Valley State, as well as a couple other colleges as well. I had a football player, a soccer player, football player going to Grambling State, a couple of athletes across different sports going to Adrian College, tennis, figure skating also out there, and a couple of baseball players, including one that hasn't yet to suit up for West Bloomfield High School, interestingly enough, just transferred in from Orchard Lake St. Mary's.
Well, it's amazing the talent that we have at West Bloomfield High School. And I don't want people to think that this is a school district that is completely athletically fixated, because it's not the case. But we are in the unique position now with school of choice around Oakland County. So students within the county can elect where they want to go to school, even if they don't geographically live in the district. We are in a chance and an opportunity now to attract the best and the brightest. And I know, and you know, that the students that we've been interacting, they're not just great athletes, but the students we've been interacting with that are heading off to Michigan State, to my alma mater, Grand Valley, also are just killing it academically. And it's so great to see.
Yeah, whether they're academic honor students or students that have really been working hard in the classroom to improve their grades as they're finishing up their college career. That was a common thing that I heard there today at the high school in the I Center as they went through this ceremony, including athletes going out of their way to think teachers, to thank parents of other athletes that have helped them along their way in their educational journey too. So academics certainly are a key part of this Laker athletic program at West Bloomfield.
Okay, coming up in a couple of minutes, we're going to hear from some of those athletes you had a chance to talk to yesterday and find out what's on their mind as they get ready to head off to the school of choice from a great foundation right here at West Bloomfield. So stick around for that. Tyler, good to see you. I know that it only took 17 engineers in my studio to make all this technology work. How many over there?
Oh, so about 17 over here too. Maybe a few less. Let's go with. I think my count ended at 12.
No, it's been a great couple of days. A lot of exciting technology, a lot of exciting athletics in our very exciting community of West Bloomfield. Thank you, Tyler. I know you got your show, the MegaCast, coming up in a little bit. We'll look forward to seeing you there. And don't go away. More with Tyler and some of our amazing students in West Bloomfield coming up in a moment. You're watching The Splash Live. Thank you for joining us.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live.
1 in 4 Michigan homes has high levels of radon, a naturally occurring radioactive gas known to cause lung cancer. It doesn't matter where you live or what type of home you have. You won't even know it's there unless you test. So don't wait. Testing is cheap and easy, and if there's a problem, it's simple to fix. Visit michigan.gov/radon to learn more.
We took action. Will you?
What's happening around you? Hear about state events, businesses, and from the people behind them on the MegaCast, an hour-long TV, radio, and streaming show keeping you informed on the day-to-day news. Listen in on talks with volunteer groups, documentarians, and financial advisors, Monday to Friday with your host, Tyler Kieft. Catch the MegaCast weekdays from 10 a.m. to 11 on Civic Center TV, 89.3 Lakes FM, and streaming on mymytv.com. And now, back to The Splash, live.
Good morning and welcome back to The Splash Live. Dave Scott here. Thanks, Tyler, for taking a minute for us with our new connection. More on all of the technology later. Tyler was out working really hard yesterday over at West Bloomfield High School for the National Letter of Intent Signing Day, and a lot of people gathered together. There was another big announcement as our head coach, Tyrese Grice, had a chance to send off Keith Cameron, our defensive back coach from West Bloomfield, off to his new career over at LTU, at Lawrence Technological University. So congratulations to the defensive back coach, Keith Cameron. Here is the announcement from yesterday.
Coach Cam been with us for 7 years, and he was our safeties coach, D-back coach, one of our D-back coach. Did a tremendous job in terms of preparing our boys, but he just took a job at Lawrence Tech as a defensive back coach there. So I'm proud of him. I just want to say a few words to him.
I don't want to take any, glory from the fellas, but I just want to thank everybody here at West Bloomfield, parents, students, for giving me this opportunity to get where I'm at today. Without these young men, they challenge us every day, and we put a lot on their plate and they deliver. And I just want to say, thanks to them, thanks to all the coaching staff, thanks to the administration and all the parents for giving us the, opportunity to coach your kids. Appreciate you guys.
All right, another coach heading off to the college ranks, Ron Bellamy, of course, at University of Michigan, and Keith Cameron now at LTU. So yesterday, Tyler was able to catch up with a bunch of Lakers that are about to be Lakers as they head off to Grand Valley. Tyler, take it away.
I'm Tyler Kieft at West Bloomfield High School alongside 4 graduating West Bloomfield Lakers football players, all headed to Grand Valley State University. And so for the 4U, Deontay Pippen, DeAndre Hill, Kenneth Jones III, and Blake Nelson. Let's start with you, Deontay. What about Grand Valley ultimately made that the best place for you? I know that it wasn't initially where you had committed, but it's where you ended up.
Yeah, so the best, it made it, I don't know, Coach Postman, he was talking to me a lot, and just he really convinced me. And I went down there for a little visit. I liked it. I liked what I saw. They had what I was looking for in school also, so it was not just about the football factor. I just liked the campus all around, so that was it.
And Dre and Jaws, for the two of you, also on the offensive side of the ball, primarily to go to Grand Valley State alongside Deontay Pippen, join that program all together under now a new coaching staff, but a really successful program. We'll start with you, DeAndre. How did that factor into A, your decision, but B, your excitement to now move on and be a Laker at GV?
I feel like it's just a great opportunity for me and my teammates. You know, we've been together for the longest, and we going to college together. We about to shine out and do what we do best.
That familiarity and experience too, that's got to be an important plus or a happy plus for you, Jaws, going to the next level with these three guys.
Right. You know, these guys right next to me, you know, these have been my teammates for some years now, so it's already chemistry there. So we went up there on our visits and stuff like that. So it's really like family. Everybody's just family. They bring you in together, you know, they pull you close like a brotherhood. So even though I went up there, I just met the guys, it already feel like a brotherhood. And then the coaches on top of that, they got some good coaches, great guys, you know, great father figures, you know, just good, great people, a whole bunch of great people to be around. So I'm just thankful for that.
Then we have Blake Nelson, long snapper for the Lakers, as well as an offensive tackle for 3 of his 4 years. Unfortunately, he didn't get a chance to play this season due to injury, but still worked hard and got through your recruitment process to end up going to GV with these three guys and getting a chance to snap at the next level. For you, having that all culminate, even with the injury, in getting to that next level and getting to that finish point, how does that feel for you, Blake?
You know, outside of everybody else, you know, people have always kept telling me, you know, trust the process, and I really had to sit down and do that. You know, I think one of the reasons why I chose Grand Valley was they showed me love from the get, right? So between that and the culture, their culture is important to them. It's important to us. I'm excited to join these boys and excited to get to work, but it was really the culture and the love that they showed me is why I ended up.
Blake Nelson, Kenneth Jones III, DeAndre Hill, as well as Deontay Pippen, all going to Grand Valley State University. Still going to be Lakers, instead blue and white instead of the green and white. Back to you.
My alma mater too, so really great to see these young men going on, continuing their career, taking advantage of certainly all the academic programs we have at West Bloomfield High School, and our amazing athletics, creating opportunities all over the place. It's so much fun to cheer on these players when they win game after game after game on Friday night, but even better to see them continue and begin to succeed in life. Congratulations. It ain't all about football, though, here in West Bloomfield. We have so many great programs. And another letter of intent signee, I should say, from the tennis program. Brandon Moran chats with Tyler.
I'm here with Brendan Moran from West Bloomfield High School, who today signed his official letter to be playing tennis at the next level, and you'll be going on to Adrian College. A number of athletes here at West Bloomfield headed to Adrian College. And Brendan, for you, what about this tennis program made it the perfect fit for you at the next level?
Yeah, so I did a lot of searching, about 3 months of searching, went to a lot of colleges, and Adrian was just the one for me. I mean, it happened to be that my tennis coach did graduate from there. It is his alma mater. That's not ultimately what made me make the decision, but them getting a new head coach in there and getting to meet him and just seeing the turnaround with the program and where the direction that they're heading is ultimately what made me make my decision.
When did you start playing tennis? I know you was an early age.
Yeah, so I actually started by playing golf and switched over to tennis at the age of 10. And then from there just kept training. I fell in love with it and I just kept playing. And here we are.
To have that then now culminate in your ability to not just have a successful career here at West Bloomfield High School playing tennis, but now go play at the next level at Adrian College. How does that feel for you as an athlete, as a competitor, and someone that's grown to love the game of tennis?
Yeah, I mean, it leaves me without words. I could have never, 8 years ago when I was 10 and I just started playing, I could have never imagined me being right here going to college for it. I mean, it's awesome.
And also your experience here at West Bloomfield High School clearly has been successful. It's gotten you to this point where you're able to now go play at the next level and get into Adrian College.
Yes, all the staff here over the years, I mean, I've been close with a lot of the teachers, and they've just been so welcoming. And most of the people here in the building are so nice. And it is really a tight-knit community, and all the students, for the most part, do get along. And I mean, it is a great community that WB creates. I mean.
So before this next question, a bit of inside tennis here. Blake Nelson, one of Brendan's good friends, is just off camera here, and we saw him earlier on here at the event speak about his commitment to Grand Valley. Speak to about your relationship with Blake and his relationship with your family, and how it's helped both of you kind of develop as athletes and as young men.
Yeah, so I actually met him last year during the lacrosse season. Just happened to be sitting at a team dinner. I didn't know the guy. I kind of liked him, though. A little cocky sometimes, but we just stood up to leave from dinner, and he was like, you know what, we should hang out sometime. And I was like, you know what, I might take you up on that. And from there, I mean, it was just like no one I've ever met before. We just became as close as possible, and now he's probably the closest friend I've ever had. So, I mean, we do everything together. I'm just so proud that he's committed to GV. I mean, it's awesome.
Two competitive athletes going to be playing some competitive ball at the next level in different sports. In this case, Brendan Moran will be playing at Adrian College. Brendan, before we let you go, anything else you'd like to say to the West Bloomfield High School community or to Adrian College and the Bulldog Nation?
Yes, I'd like to thank coaches at West Bloomfield and Adrian and my personal coach, Larry Stark, for everything over the years. I mean, just shaping the player that I am. I'd like to thank my parents for all the commitments that they made over the years, all the sacrifice. They did everything for me, and I can't express my love for them. And lastly, for Blake, I mean, I love you, buddy. I love you.
Brendan Moran headed to Adrian College from West Bloomfield High School to play tennis at the next level.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Tyler, for that very informative and also heartwarming story here from West Bloomfield High School. So it's a great program that we have. Amazing schools. Our athletics programs continue to grow, and it's just not athletics. We have, all the different programs at the school that we feature, the music programs, all the other programs that are going on at West Bloomfield High School are amazing. But these National Letter of Intent signing days have become a very big thing in our community and other communities around the state and around the country, really, where they have remarkable athletic programs. And, the fact that we have remarkable athletic facilities and a remarkable athletic program that helps round out our school district and I think also help round out our community is something we should all be really proud of. Congratulations to Eric Pierce, the athletic director, to all the coaches, and to the parents especially for helping these students develop, and we are so privileged and honored to be able to cover them like we're going to be doing over the next couple of weeks with some live basketball, the girls and the boys teams here on Civic Center TV, and then of course highlight them in the morning right here on the Splash Live. So time has run out. That's all we have. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's going to warm up over the weekend. Don't worry. It's going to get a little bit warmer here in West Bloomfield, and we will be back after being bundled up all weekend, bright and early here Monday morning. Tune in. Tell your friends. An hour and a half of live local TV every Monday through Friday. You find it right here on the radio and on TV in West Bloomfield on Civic Center TV and our outlets. Dave Scott saying so long. Have a great weekend.